partner said, we catching flights, we ain't catching feelings. It's your boy Bo Rakes. Shout out to Paradise Life. Gang, gang. I'm out here living it, man. Paradise Life in the flesh.
What's up, friends and family? So, I gave you guys the Clary experiment, and I promised you guys Thug Passion. This will be Thug Passion Part 1. I think it's going to be a 2-part series. I don't need to write nothing down for this. I don't need any notes because the story with Thug Passion, which I just saw her the other day, which is wild, is always fresh in my head because it's a long fucking story. So first I need you guys to like, share, subscribe. And we're going to get to the story. It's a very, very interesting one. And if you need to know the Clary experiment to hear how Thug Passion was in that story, you can go back. It's in the comment section below, the Clary experiment. And then I told you guys, in order to understand the Clary experiment, you might have to get a little bit of the Thug Passion story. So this is volume 1 of the Thug Passion story. Mr. Flip Flop, Paradise Life. Get ready. So I call this Thug Passion because obviously I cannot say this young lady's name. This is someone I met over 10 years ago, might be even longer than that. But there used to be a crew out here. I guess they called them the $100 crew in Sosua, right? And this is back then, so you know $100 was a lot back then. And they were like the baddest of the bad, the top tier chicks. And I was cool with all of them. I was friends with all of them. Messed with one or two, but really just cool with all of them. Tell you guys, I hang with chicks. Chicks is always about that. They really hang out and do whatever. So 2 of the main girls in the crew were very good friends of mine. Never messed around, just really good friends. We were so close that they boyfriends actually was cool with me. They loved it. Hey G, what's good? Da, da, da. Like it was all love. Thug Passion was one of the girls in the crew. She kind of gangster. Matter of fact, no, she is a gangster. All right. I'll give you a sidebar. Tell you how gangster she is. Now, you guys don't know, there's a lot of stuff that happens down here with gangsters in this country. And the gangster could be anybody who does a robbery, shooting, sells drugs, whatever the case may be. Some guys just too many tattoos, right? Her baby daddy / husband got into some shit with his crew, and they were like really big in Santiago. Like for robbing people, sticking people up, stuff like that. Well, there's a thing called a green light, and the cops put a green light on them, which means basically shoot to kill. In a matter of 2 weeks, the crew is like 11 deep, the main crew. In a matter of 2 weeks, the police killed 9 of them, to the point where the rest of them were trying to turn themselves in. So that's her crew. Like every day it was a rest in peace thing. And then I think her baby daddy turned himself in because he didn't want to get killed. So that's how gangster Thug Passion is, which is why she gets the name Thug Passion. And some of you will know her by me saying Thug Passion, and you'll know the name we know her by. But anyway, so Thug Passion is part of the crew. Now, like I said, I hung out with all the girls. We just kicked it. But Thug Passion would always give me like the side eye, right? And I would just be like, whatever. So one day my homie says to me, the leader of the crew, she says, yo, why y'all keep playing? I'm like, what you talking about? She's like, you know she like you. I was like, her? Fuck out of here. She thinks she tough. Because we would always, and she speaks English, so we would always just talk shit to each other. She'd be like, you think you all that? We just like, this is back in the day. So all you hear, she one of the few girls that spoke English out there like that. And all you hear is me and her just talking shit to each other. So I guess in hindsight, she did like me. But at the time, I just was like, she a rat. I don't care. But she was bad. Won't get it messed up. So I'm like, yeah, whatever. So one day we out chilling, and she happens to sit next to me. Now, if you know me, like I said, I'm always hanging with girls, ordering shots, ordering drinks. So we just doing our normal shit, drinking. As time goes on, girls start leaving the table. They got shit to do. But me and Thug Passion's still there, and I think her cousin's there. So it's like 3 of us still at the table. And like I said, we kicking it. I'm saying what's up to some people I see, da-da-da. And she says something to me, and I can't remember. It was something in jest, like a joke. She was like something like, you could never have me. like something like that. And I was like, I don't want you. And, and she said, you want me, please stop it. And so it ended up being a back and forth like that now. But now we joking and laughing, I said some slick shit back. She said, we just kept going back and forth. So we parted ways. I go to the club. Back then I was in Classico every night. I go to the club. I see the crew, say what up. I'm going to my little section to chill. I told them, pull up, you want some drinks, whatever, So at the time, I loved rum. I used to love rum. Now I drink rum here and there, but I used to love rum. So if it wasn't Grey Goose, it was rum. And I'm drinking rum that night, chilling. So she comes up, she goes, you drinking this cheap shit? I'm like, you want some of my cheap shit, right? So she said, she grabs a drink. She got this crazy smile. Like, it's a sexy smile, but you can tell it's devious. So she grabs a drink, So that night we all go to After One. After One is a casino by me. It used to be the main after hour spot. We go over there. The whole strip would go right there down the block, which is the entrance to the beach, right by Flip Flop, that casino. So we head over there like normal. So once again, it's all the girls. I'm kicking it. Like, I'm always kicking it with different girls. Just talking, kicking it. And so me and her talking. And we just talking. Like, she drinking, I'm drinking. We just talking crazy to each other. So I spin. Like, if you know me late at night when I'm drinking, I spin. So we talking, but I'm not even trying to hear what she's saying after a while. I'm drunk. So I spin the block. Boom, I'm out. The next day, she pulls up on me. She's like, yo, you bounced last night. I was talking to you. I was like, oh, my bad. I was drinking. So then we just talking. Now it's just me and her. We just happen to be alone at this moment. And we just talking, having a beer, talking, And something in me just says, why don't we stop playing? She looked at me like, what? I said, we need to stop playing. Let's get this over with so we get it done. We can say we did it, and that's that. She was like, okay. Now get ready for this part of the story. Make sure you hit that like button.
What a stupid question that is. What a stupid question. But I watch you a lot. You ask a lot of stupid questions.
So, as I told you guys, I'm a risk taker. All someone can tell me is no. I've done all types of shit, say all types of shit. It usually works out in my benefit because I'm bold with it. So as I told her, let's get this over with, do it, get it done. No one can talk about it anymore, and we ain't got to talk about it. We bounce, go to my spot. Something, you know what popped in my head? That R. Kelly, where he said, something in your eyes, babe. It was like that. As we got in the crib, something in her eyes changed. It wasn't that gangster look she used to give. It was like sexy and emotional. And I'm saying to myself, what the just happened? I liked her, but I didn't, we always just was going back and forth. So it was never we had that moment to really chat like that one-on-one. So it wasn't nothing I kicked it to her. It wasn't like no crazy shit I said to her. I never had time to. But at this moment, she's giving me those vibes like she really liked me. And I'm like, this is weird. Okay, whatever. So we go at it, do the do, right? Now, I tell you I don't lie. I speak on my shit. So we go at it. Unfortunately, the condom breaks. I didn't know. Had no idea. Condom breaks. I'm done. I lay down. I go, oh shit, condom broke. She jumps up. What? She goes, you gave me AIDS. And runs to the bathroom. Now, I'm telling you, she literally jumped up and said, you gave me AIDS. And I'm thinking she's joking. So I go, that's weird. Then I hear her in the bathroom, and I can hear scrubbing. Like, whoosh, 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 like I'm like, where the fuck did a scrub brush come from? I don't know. She's scrubbing. She's mad. She's yelling, mother. And I'm like, she speaks English, so she curses in English. So I go to the bathroom. I go, are you all right? She goes, you gave me AIDS, mother effer. I said, what are you talking about? She goes, the condom broke. I go, yeah, it was an accident, my bad. She goes, I got AIDS. So I said, wait. I start realizing she's dead serious. And I go, how did you self-diagnose yourself in a matter of seconds? Like, what? So and she's scrubbing. She's going. She's not stopping. And I said, all right, So I'm catching on like that she's highly upset. And I go, you know you can't wash AIDS away, right? Now I'm making jokes because I'm like, this is stupid. I've never seen it like this before. So she's like, I've got to get this out. And I'm saying to myself, oh my God. But I'm saying to her, you know you can't wash AIDS out. Like, that's not how this works. I don't mean to laugh, but this really happened. Well, I give her a towel. I said, get a towel. Come to the room. Like, let's relax. Let's breathe real quick because this is wild. She's tight, but she comes back in the room. And now when she sits down, she has those eyes again. It's hard to explain. It's like puppy dog eyes. Like, you want to say you love somebody, but you can't say it because you don't know them long enough, right? So it's weird. I'm trying not to make eye contact with her now because I'm saying to myself, why is she looking like that? You know what I'm saying? We know each other, but not like that. Like, that's the look I expect my girl to give me. Or, you know what I'm saying? Someone that's been with me. Not her. Well, she sits there, and I'm saying, you all right? Like, you cool? Like, this is weird. She's like, nah, I'm good. She's like, I just, the condom broke. I just panicked. I'm like, yeah, you panicked. I don't think it's that serious. Like, relax. Like, you can go get tested if you want. Don't worry about it. So now we sitting there. This is where I think the whole Thug Passion story took a left in my life. So we sitting there, we chatting it up, and she's still giving me this look. So at the time in this crib, I had a small TV, but I would watch stuff on my laptop. So I put my laptop, I put a movie on, and we still talking, but put a movie on, get her a drink, and she still just has her towel on. So I'm sitting there, okay, she's cool now. I put a little movie on, probably a zombie movie, and she comes over and kisses me on my neck. And I look over again, and there's those fucking eyes. I can't do it. I don't know how to. It's like if you go Google love eyes, it's like love. And I'm saying to myself, I can't calculate this of how she's looking at me like that. And in my mind, we don't have nothing like that. We go at it again. Now here's where, like I said, things went left. We go at it again with no condom. So the whole first act, the whole first drama scene made no effing sense because less than an hour later, we didn't use a condom that time. So that was weird, right? So then it was, first you had AIDS, now you don't want a condom. That was whole weird but it happened, right? It happened. Now, we part ways, but she's kissing on me. And I'm saying to myself, where does all this affection come from? For me and her not liking each other to all this. And like I said, I don't feel that way about her. I like her, but not like she's looking at me. So let's get to the day after, and then there's so much to cover in this Thug Passion story. So the next day, I actually saw her that night, but I had some things to do. The next day, she just pulls up on me on her persona. And again, those eyes. Now she's with her sister. And I knew her sister. And she's like, yeah, this is my baby. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, your baby? Like, I'm lost. I just wanted to have an interaction with her, say we did it, get it out the way, and me and her just go back to our normal schedule. Because like all the girls had kept talking about it, like, y'all like each other, and I did like her, but it was just one of them things. Man, I'm gonna cut some of this short because, like I said, it's gonna be a real long video. For you guys that have been around back in the day, and you remember the girl who would drive around on her Pasola and just randomly yell out. Some of you guys saw it last year or the year before that, me just walking by certain spots. I love you, Gregorio, I love you. That was Thug Passion. She would just randomly go somewhere and yell out, she loves me. Now, that didn't start till like 4 months later. But in between the time we was first together to those 4 months, things were like really crazy. She would follow me places, go to the Clary experiment. She pulled up on Clary, came in the crib. She would threaten girls to stay away from me. And like I said, she a gangster. Girls were definitely afraid of her. If any girl says something crazy about me, she might have got beat up by her. It is what it is. So from that point, I kept seeing her. Like, even my man was like, it's your fault because you keep seeing her. I mean, I liked her. Like, it wasn't like I'm sitting there saying I despised her. I just didn't feel the way she felt. And she would tell me, she was like, yo, I love you. And I'm like, I even had to tell the boss of the crew, I was like, yo, tell her, leave me alone tonight. Like, and she's like, I ain't telling her shit. She said, because every time y'all beefing, y'all end up in the crib together. And I was like, yeah, you're right. Like, that was our relationship. You know what I'm saying? We'd argue, and then she'd give me them puppy dog eyes, and then we go to the crib. So it was just weird. Now, she done threatened Clary. She threatened my ex-fiance. She's the one that told my ex-fiance, that's my boyfriend, I'll kick your ass. We had a situation where I had to tell her, this is what we are. We see each other, we have a good time. You do what you do, I do what I do. We have to keep it that way. She agreed. She didn't want to, but she agreed because she said, because I told her, I said, there's two ways it can go. I cut you off completely, which she knew I would. Like I told you, I'm different with women. I'll cut a motherfucker off. Or you see me on my terms, like I wanted. I didn't want all this love stuff. And I started to care about it. I ain't gonna lie to you. You be with somebody enough, you start having feelings for them. Did I love her? No. But did I care about her? Yes. And she's in love. And she's like, yo, like, you the type of guy I like. You the person I like. Cool. She's someone that I could depend on, that never did me dirty, never did me wrong, never said a bad word about. Literally would tell me when other people talking bad about me. Would tell me straight in my face, yo, homie right here, he a client, he talking about you. And that's why I respected her. Like, she always held me down no matter what. Even if I was in the wrong, she's holding me down. What also she used to do is, and I didn't realize this till like the third time, I'd be like, yeah, I'm going to my crib. So she had a Pasola. I'm like, going to my crib. It's like, hop on a Pasola. I'll take you to the crib, baby. Come on. I'm like, all right. I ain't thinking nothing of it, right? Dumb me. I get on the Pasola. She does 2 laps around Sosua and slows down by all the females. Make sure everybody sees me on the back of her Pasola. She made sure every single girl knew I was with her. Okay, you see? All right, there you go. You know, so it was an adventure, and there's way more to the story. It was an adventure at first. Even when it was a headache, it was an adventure. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, this is someone that grew on me to a point where we went from just one thing to a whole nother situation. And this went on for years and years and years. I actually stopped it, you know. But that's part 1. Now, if you got any questions or want to know any information for part 2, leave it in the comments section. I'm trying not to do videos too long because this story might even have a part 3. Me and Thug Passion got a lot of history together, even to this day. Like I said, I just saw a week ago. And I said, let me do this video. I've been meaning to do this video. If you know who it is, you know who it is. If not, don't worry about it. We're going to call it Thug Passion. But I would call this Thug Passion a true love story. But y'all, like I said, if y'all got any questions, any comments, put them in the comment section. If you want to know anything for part 2, put them in the comment section. I'll answer it in part 2. Y'all stay tuned for more. Mr. Flip Flop, I'm out.
Gracias, mami.